Have you ever thought about starting your own company? Do you have an idea, concept, product, or service that is in high demand? Sure you have. You're a smart, resourceful person. Owning your own business is empowering, satisfying, rewarding, lucrative, and can give great sense of accomplishment. Think of what it might look like, or even better, what it might feel like to own your own business. The question is, where do I start? I just have an idea. I have never done anything like this and have no experience in running a business. Let's face it, most people do not like their jobs. They feel underappreciated, underpaid, and most of all, they feel it's just a matter of time until they could be out of that position. The alternative? Get a new job, and that will fix all the problems because new is better and anything has to be better than what I'm doing now. Right? Wrong. A new job generally gives the same results: underappreciated, underpaid, and the feeling of being on pins and needles with keeping the new job just like the last. So what's holding you back? You can do this. Keep your current job, work your new business on the side, move into the new business full-time once it's off the ground. Hello, my name is David Zeffel, and I'll be going over some of the basic needs to start a business. Now, depending on the size, complexity, and offerings, can and will impact the way the business operates. But all business have basic fundamentals in common that must be addressed in order to succeed. So let's get started going over some of the basic needs to create a successful business. In this video, I'll be showing you some of the basics needed to start your own business and put that idea into reality. This is not an all-encompassing list by any means, which would take hours or even days to get everything in. It is, however, a starting point that gives you things to think about, ask questions, research, and talk to others. This is not a watch this video and off you go, but rather think about it, then you can ask me directly. Before I talk about the main topic, I want to briefly mention two areas that need attention: the business plan and the business name. The business plan is a document that is equivalent to your business roadmap. This is a very deep topic and many books have been written on this. Therefore, I will not go into depth with this piece, but want to make sure you're aware of the business plan and its importance. Also, the name of your company. There have been companies that have tried to start without a business name, just using the person's name. Probably not a good idea and not a good first impression as well. You need a name for your business for two primary reasons. Your name is your identity and how customers associate with your business. The goal is to identify customers' needs, drive them to your business, and your name is the first step in the process. The next reason for the legal name is for the government reasons. You need to identify your business with the government, local, state, and federal, to be able to collect and pay all taxes. The first way to put your business into trouble is to have IRS issues, which generally do not work out well in the end. So with that, let's get started. The back office. What is it and what does it do? You may be familiar with this term or never heard of it at all. It does get thrown around a lot, and that's okay. Let's think of it in these terms. A business is like a car with many different moving parts and components that all have to work together. It also comes in many different sizes and shapes. The shiny outside attracts the attention of your customers, and the engine drives the business. And guess what? The more horsepower, the more customers it can push through at one time, just like a car. The back office is not just one thing, but many things operating together at the same time. So, to start with, the accounting system. There are many accounting systems available with lots of different features. However, all accounting systems are built to keep score of your business, or in car terms, like the dashboard to monitor your car. These are the basic revenue in, expenses out, and remaining as profit. And yes, you have to have some form of an accounting system for two main reasons. One, to measure the performance of the business, and two, to produce statements for outside authorities like your bank and the IRS. I will explain how to select an accounting system in other videos, which will be dedicated and much more detailed on the accounting systems. Next, payroll. If you want to get paid, or if you have anyone working for you, then you'll need a payroll system. One word of advice: the government is very tough on payroll taxes and withholdings. So unless you are a payroll expert, I would suggest using a payroll service. This is very simple. If there are any payroll taxes and withholding issues, the payroll service goes to work to correct these issues so you don't have to spend all of your time on them. Plus, payroll can be very complicated, which can lead to many mistakes that have high cost dollar penalties. For these reasons, I strongly suggest using a service. There are many payroll services to choose from. All have the same end product, which is paying the business employees correctly and on time. The key areas of focus when selecting a payroll service is services provided, cost, and like anything else, how does the personality fit with your business? Next, the bank. You may not need a bank to borrow money from to start your business, which would be ideal. However, in order to receive payments in the form of cash or credit cards and pay bills like payroll, you will ultimately need a bank. The process of choosing a bank for a business is much like choosing a bank for your home or auto loan, which is exactly where I suggest you start. Use your judgment on capabilities, services, fees, and most of all, personality fits. In quick review, there are 3 must-have systems in the back office to start a business: an accounting system to keep track of the business performance, a payroll service so employees can get paid correctly, and a bank to deposit sales revenue and to make payments, for example, like payroll. These 3 systems can and should be integrated, which means able to talk to each other. For example, the accounting system should be able to receive and send information to the payroll system, and the payroll system should be able to provide data back to the accounting system. The bank's data should be able to communicate with the accounting system and the payroll system. Basically, they are all communicating with one another with very little human interaction. This is very efficient in time savings on labor. And remember, labor is expensive, so use it wisely. If, for any reason, the systems are not communicating and not working as one, like a car, then issues can arise. The back office is not just a single system, but many. However, all systems should and have to work together for their best results. There are possibly more systems than described here, but these are the fundamentals that all businesses have in common. Without these basic systems in place, a business could be headed for a fall, and this is what we're trying to avoid. This is David Zeffel. For more information, please visit my website and feel free to contact me. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video module.